Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy you're here today for another summer decorating video. And today we're going to be decorating the dining room for summer. This look could definitely be for spring as well, but I'm just loving all of the soft purples and blues as well as the creams. It is just getting me so excited for summer. And I'll just briefly go over a few new things I got. A lot of this decor I've been collecting for a few years, but I did pick up a few new little things to add to my collection. So I'll start off with this gorgeous swan. I seen this when I was shopping at HomeSense, which is basically like a Home Goods or Marshalls. I think it's actually meant for a wine bottle, but I thought I could put some florals in there. It was so elegant and beautiful, and this was $29.99, so I did end up picking it up, and they had quite a few colors to choose from. Next, I seen these gorgeous scallop plates. They are that melamine material, so plasticky, but I love the scalloped edges, and I thought these would be so pretty to use outside if we had a barbecue. And these were $19.99, I believe, but I absolutely love that soft lavender. I could not pass up these gorgeous lampshades when I seen them. They're exactly the colors that I'm going with, and just the whole feel. They feel very cottage, French country. And these were typically $24.99, but they did have them on sale for $15 each, which I thought was such a great price. And I'm so excited to get these on my lamps. Next, I have this gorgeous little teacup set. It's actually a candle, and my sweet subscriber, who's also a friend, sent this to me last year, and I never got to use it. So I thought I would pull it out this year and get some use out of it. It's so elegant and beautiful. I've never seen anything like it when I'm out shopping, but it's just a peony scent, and you can see that the little cup is actually a candle. So this is definitely too gorgeous to burn, but I think it's going to look so pretty just sitting out. And I love the detail on the cup and the plate. It's so stunning. Aren't these cute little garden tools so adorable? I got them last year from Dollarama, and I knew I wanted to bring them out again this year. They were only a few dollars, but I love them. I also have some birds that I want to use, as well as little nests, books. I want to keep it very simple and cottagey feeling, just with a lot of the very neutral colors, some florals here, and then I do have a few little wooden risers. Okay, so I have the dining room all cleared from the spring decor. I've deep cleaned it, and I feel like sometimes there's no better feeling than when you've taken all your decor down after a season and you can do a really deep clean on the space. It feels so fresh and new, so I always love to do that. But I'm going to start by adding this really pretty eucalyptus wreath to my mirror. I always like to add a sign or a wreath. I feel like it brings a little bit of visual interest to the space, and this one is so perfect in that muted green. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you started your summer decorating or if you still have your spring decor up. But I thought I would show you guys the lamps that I do have in here now. I've had these probably for 8 or 9 years. I love them. They're very simplistic, but they definitely have a bit of a farmhouse feel to them. So I think these new lampshades are going to be the perfect touch just to bring in a little bit more of that cottagey feel that I'm going for. I find myself in the summer really wanting to pare down my decor a little bit. We spend a lot of time at the beach and with family at the cottage, so I want to keep it really simple at home, but I was so happy to be able to update these lamps, and I'm really trying not to spend a ton of money on decor, so just by switching up the lampshades, I feel like it made such a big difference. You guys will have to let me know in the comments if you like the new lampshades. I absolutely love them, and let me know if you've ever changed yours out. I did it for the first time at Christmas. I changed my white ones to black and I loved it. So now I just always keep an eye out when I'm shopping, and like I said, these were only $15, so the deal was too good to pass up. I ended up adding these wooden risers underneath the lamps. I got these from my decor stash downstairs, and I knew I wanted to add some decor around the lamps, so I wanted them just a little bit higher. These were the perfect solution, and they kind of blend in with the top of the buffet. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you would have seen this beautiful bird cage. I got this from the Dublin Mercantile for $50. I think it was normally $100, and I could not pass it up. I thought it was so gorgeous. I love the color, the shape, and it's so fun to be able to add seasonal decor to this piece. I thrifted these books and ended up going and getting some paper and wrapped them to give them a little bit of a vintage feel. I ended up tying some lace on 2 of the books. I love that little added touch, and sometimes it's just the small details that can really make a statement. To kind of tie in the wreath, I'm going to go in with this lamb's ear and just drape it throughout this little bird cage. Let me know in the comments if you have bird cages that you decorate with. I have quite a few now. I've always been really drawn to them because they're so versatile. You can switch up the decor, like I said, seasonally. So I think I have 5 or 6, but I thought I would also add this adorable little bird. I love the design on it. It's just so sweet and simple for summer. You can find these little nests in the springtime and around Easter at Michael's. They're so perfect. I just nestled this next to my mama bird, and I love how cute it looks. Every time I add a piece to my vignette, I always like to step back and look at it and see if it looks complete or if it needs anything else. I felt like this was still lacking something, and I think it was color. So I went to my basement and found these gorgeous lavender pots. I've had them for a few years, and I decided to place them on either side of my lamps, and I feel like that was the perfect finishing touch for this little space. We're going to move over to my blanket ladder now. I always have a blanket ladder here. I have quite a few, but I thought this wooden one was perfect. It just has a bit of contrast. And I had this gorgeous blue waffle blanket. It's so pretty. It's perfect for the spring and summer. It's really light and airy. And I decided to drape this on the ladder just for a little pop of blue in this corner. I feel like I found so many of these hats thrifting. This was definitely a thrift find. It was only a few dollars, so I just attached it to the blanket with a safety pin, and I love how that looks, kind of just nestled on the blanket, hanging on the ladder. Let me know in the comments if you enjoy thrifting and what your favorite items to thrift for are. I would love to hear. I really enjoy thrifting for baskets, hats, books. There's probably a lot more items, but those are my main ones. But anyways, we're going to move on to the table now. I have this really pretty light blue runner, and I'm going to add a little pop of blue with this on the table. I got this from HomeSense a few years ago, but I love how soft and muted the blue is. For the centerpiece, I knew I wanted something that I could easily lift off the table if we're hosting, so I got this gorgeous bowl back in the spring. I filled it with some moss, and I thought this would be the perfect little centerpiece that I can easily lift off the table if I do end up needing more space. And I had this really pretty garland. I'm just kind of wrapping it around the bowl to look a little bit more like a wreath. I did spend a little bit of time just pulling this garland apart. I wanted it to look really wispy and natural, and I love that effect when it looks a little bit wild, like it came from the field. Next, I'm going to layer in this swan. When I first placed it on here, I wasn't sure what I thought, but as I continued kind of adding a few pieces, I thought it looked so gorgeous. To bring a little bit of that lavender color in here, I'm going to tuck this in. I think this is where a wine bottle would go, but I love the addition of the lavender. And then I thought, kind of to give it a garden feel, I would add these little tools, and I think they look so adorable just nestled in with the lavender. It's always fun to try new things. I want to encourage you guys to take pieces that you already have or even new pieces and just play around and see what you really like. Part of the fun for me of decorating is experimenting, moving things around, trying them in new places. That always brings me so much joy, and I feel so much inspiration. So let me know if you also enjoy playing with your decor and switching things up. I did want to bring in some placemats here. I love to add placemats to the table, and I thought these ones were perfect because they tie in the lampshades as well as the straw hat. I've had these for quite a while. They hold up so well. I think I have a set of 12, but I absolutely love them, and I'm going to layer in those really gorgeous lavender plates on top. I don't mind eating off these melamine plates. I think they're so pretty, and like I said, they're perfect for taking outside. You don't have to worry about them breaking. I did want to show you guys a glimpse of what the lamps look like turned on with those lampshades. And the weather was kind of on and off today. It was raining, then it was sunny, and I feel like this brought such a cozy feel just to have my lamps on with the candles going. I absolutely love this. And sometimes even waking up in the morning when it's still dark out, turning your lamps on just brings such a cozy feel to the day. Next, we're going to decorate this little table. This is right by the back door, and this was my mom's. I always love to add some decor pieces to this. So I have this gorgeous gold candlestick. I added this really pretty blue candle, and then to tie in, I have another really sweet little bird cage. I got this one from Michael's last year, and I decided this was a perfect spot to add my little teacup and saucer. I love it, so thank you so much, friend, for sending that to me. This gorgeous floral sketched wall decor was in my spring decor. I used this in my front entryway. I thought I would repurpose it and use it in this room, and it's the perfect little spot for this corner. I feel like it ties in everything together so well, and I'm loving the little pops of gold mixed in with the cottage decor. I feel like the weather was so crazy today here in Ontario. It was a little bit of everything. It was raining and overcast, and the sun would come out, but it was very mild. So I've been so grateful for that. It's been over 20 degrees Celsius, which for here is amazing. I've been sitting out on the porch a lot with Holstein, going for walks, and just enjoying all this gorgeous weather. The winters are always so long here in Canada, so once we start getting the nice weather, I want to be outside as much as possible, and I feel like Holstein's the same way. I am going to include some clips of him at the end, but I'm showing an overview of how everything turned out, and I wanted to thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with us. Until the next video, friends, take care and God bless.